Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irfan Surya. My student identification number is 21107320007. Today I'm gonna talk about the struggle for identity in the jacket by Gary Soto. This is the video presentation for introduction to American culture, class C. Right. Right. Uh, The first is to a complex process of self-discovery and self-acceptance, especially during adolescence. Through the narrator's experience, Soto highlights how identity is influenced by both internal struggles and external factors, such as societal expectation, peer pressure, and material judgment based. Soto critiques the way society often values individuals based on a superficial qualities, such as appearance or positions. The narrator's shame and discomfort with the jacket reflects broader societal pressure to conform to certain standard of beauty and status, like on the impact of poverty. By focusing on the narrator's inability to escape wearing the jacket due to his family's financial limitation, the story underscored how poverty can constrain self-expression and create feelings of inadequacy. Soto brings attention to the emotional tools of the next one is the first one is the conflict with the appearance and self-perception. The narrators believe that the jacket reflects poorly on him, making him look undesirable and act of insecurity and shame as he equates the jacket with his personal worth. The second one is peer judgment and social alienation. The narrator imagines that his classmates ridicule him because of the jacket, whether real or perceived. This judgment exacerbates his feelings of exclusion and inadequacy, highlighting the social pressure young people face to conform to certain standard of appearance. The next one is economic constraints. The family financial situation limit the narrator's choice, forcing him to wear the jacket he dislikes. He creates a deeper frustration as the jackets becomes a constant reminder of his family poverty and the restriction of it imposes on his ability to fit in or express himself. And the last one is the problem is internal and external tensions. The narrator's resentment toward the jackets also reflect an inner conflict, while he blames the jacket for his problem. And it is also a gift from his mother, symbolizing her care and sacrifice. This duality adds a layer of emotional complexity to the problem, as the narrator struggles to reconcile his feeling of shame with his love and gratitude for his family. Right, the next one is the result. The result or outcomes of the jacket by Garisotto are subtle yet significant, reflecting the narrator's emotional growth and highlighting key themes about identity, resilience, and acceptance. While the story does not offer a neat resolution, it leaves reader with insight into the narrator's journey and the challenge of self-identity. The first one is enduring the emotional impact. The narrator continues to feel embarrassed and self-conscious about the jacket, which affect his confidence and perception of himself. However, despite his frustration and resentment, he endures the experience, symbolizing a quiet resilience in its first challenge. The second one is understanding the wake of poverty. The narrator's inability to replace the jacket highlight the reality of living with financial limitation. This experience teaches him, and by extension, the reader, about the emotional impact of poverty and how it shapes self-perception and social experience identity. While the narrator does not explicitly embrace the jacket or fully accept his situation, the story suggests that his struggles are part of a larger journey toward her self-acceptance and maturity. The jacket becomes a metaphor for the burdens he must carry as he navigates the complexities of identity and adolescence. The next one is subtle reconciliation with family sacrifice. Although the narrator presents the jacket, it is clear that it represents his mother's love and effort. Despite her limited means, this duality hints an emerging understanding of family sacrifice, even if it remains one is discussion. As a symbol, the jacket plays a central symbolic role in the story. On one hand, it represents poverty and the narrator's inability to control his circumstance. circumstances. The family's financial struggles force the narrator to wear a jacket he disliked, and this restriction becomes a surge of shame and frustration. On the other hand, the jacket also symbolizes societal pressure and the superficial judgment people make based on appearance. The narrator's feeling toward the jacket are a reflection on his internal struggle. His resentment for the jacket show his desire to fit in and his fear of being judged by his peers. However, the jacket also represents love and sacrifice, as it was a gift from his mother. This dual symbolic adds complexity to the narrative, as the jacket becomes a metaphor for the narrator's conflicting emotions about his identity and his family's socioeconomic status. Next one is the struggle for jacket mirrors of a border's search for identity during adolescence. He sees the jacket as a reflection of his flaws and failures, which highlight how young people often tie their self-worth to external factors, such as appearance or material position. The struggle is intensive by his perception of how others see him, demonstrating how societal expectation and peer pressure influence self-perception and sacrifice. Relationship between the narrator and his mother. The mother's decision to buy the jacket reflects her effort to provide for her son within her means. However, the narrator's resentment shows a lack of appreciation for her sacrifice, which is common during adolescence. This tension adds depth to the story, as it underscores the emotional complexities for family relationship in the context of financial hard. The discussion, the last one is about the conclusion. Conclusion is, in the jacket by Gary Soto, presents a nuanced portrayal of the struggle for identity, self-perception, and acceptance. The story invites reader to reflect on how societal expectation, economic realities, and family dynamic shape who we are and how we see ourselves. While the narrative journey remains unresolved, it captures the complexity of growing up and the challenging of navigating identity in a world that often judged by external marker. The story serves as both a personal narrative and a social commentary, encouraging deeper reflection on the force that shape our sense of self. That's what I can say about the material. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.